students. Yesterday we solved sums based on electricity, the exercise sums. I have sent you the photocopy of the sums where sum number 6, sum number 7, sum number 8, sum number 9, sum number 11 and sum number 13 was marked in red, which you have to do by yourself because this type of sums already in the worked example we have done. And you have to solve all these sums. If you are not able to get the answer, tomorrow, that is Wednesday, interaction class is there. During the interaction class, I will solve your doubts. So now we will start with the sum number 10. What does the sum number 10 says? Let us see. How many 176? How many 176 ohm resistors? How many 176 ohm resistors in parallel are required to carry 5 amperes. So the current is 5 ampere flowing in that on a 220 volt is the potential difference in the line. Okay. When the potential difference, so what is the sum? Let us once again read. How many 176 ohm resistors? So there are many 176 ohm resistors. We don't know how many are there. In parallel are required to carry 5 ampere on a 220 volt line. So current is given, potential difference is given and the resistance of the resistors are given. All the resistance is 176 ohm. So what is given to us? So solution. So what is given? I is equal to 5 ampere is given. Potential difference is given. How much it is? 220 volt. And we don't know how many resistors are there. So we have to suppose let the number of resistors is equal to X. So there are X number of resistors. Then resistance of each resistor is given. All the resistance is same. It is 176 ohm. And it is asked how many resistors you have to join to make the potential difference 220 volts, to make the current pass 5 ampere and the resistance should be 176 ohms. Okay. So, and how they are connected? They are connected in parallel. So, the connection of resistors are in parallel. This is very important. The connection of resistors are in parallel. So, let us find out first what is the total resistance when it is connected in parallel. Okay. So, what is the resistance? We don't know how many numbers of resistance are there. So, 176 is the resistance. So, what is the parallel connection resistance? Is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1, 1 by R2, 1 by R3, 1 by... So, all R1, R2, R3 are 176. So, what you will get? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 176 plus 1 by 176 plus 1 by 176 up to how much? X. Up to how much? X. That means, so what will be 1 by Rp is equal to X by 176. So what it will be? X by 176. So what will be Rp is equal to? Rp is equal to 176 by X. So we got the resistance in parallel. How much it is? 176 by 6. V we have, I we have. What we have? V V we have, I we have, R is there. Let us take the Ohm's law. So using Ohm's law, we are going to find it out. So what we have, the Ohm's law, what we have? V is equal to I by R. Taking this, we will find out the value of X. V value is how much? 220. I value is how much? 5 ampere. And what is the R value? R value is the resistance, which is 176 by X. So what we can say, I is equal to V into R. We can also take it as I is equal to V into R. That is, the current is equal to potential difference into resistance. I is 5 is equal to V is 220 into R is how much? 176 by X. That means 5 is equal to 220 into 176 whole divided by X. Nothing is there, means 1 is there. So we will do cross multiplication. We won't multiply, we will keep it as it is. So what we will get? 5x is equal to 220 into 176. So x is equal to, so what we will get x value now? 220 into 176 by 5. So 5 fours are 20. 2 5 fours are, so 176 into 44. So let us do how much it is. So 6 fours are 24, carry 2, 4 7 are 20, 29 30, 0, carry 3, 4 ones are 4 plus 3, 7, again 6 fours are 24, carry 2, 7 fours are 28, 29 30, 7. So 4 4 7 7. So you got 7744. So is equal to 7744. So this many number of resistors is added, then you will get the answer. So once again I am going to explain you. What does it say? How many 176 ohm resistors in parallel are required to carry 5 ampere on a 220 volt line? So current is 5 ampere. Potential difference is 220 volts. The number of resistors we don't know, let it be as X. Resistance of each resistor is 176 ohm. Connection of resistors are done in parallel. So what will be the total resistance of each resistor? So it is parallel, means it is 1 by R1. R1 is also 176, R2 is also 176, R3 is also 176. So it will be 1 by 76 plus 1 by 76 plus 1 by, up to how many times? X. So 1 by 76 is common, 1 plus 1 up to X is 1 into X is X. So 1 by RP is equal to X by 176. So what is the resistance is equal to 176 by X. So we have this, V is equal to I by R. So I is equal to V into R will take to calculate, we will get the answer. So 5 is equal to 220 into 176 by X. So what we will get? 5x is equal to 220 into 176. So x is equal to this, 5 will cancel, 4 we multiply, 7744. That is your answer. So understood how to do the sum? Now we will see sum number 12. What is the sum number 12? Let us see. Sum number 12 is given several electric bulbs. Several electric bulbs. Okay. Several electric bulbs designed to. Several electric bulbs designed to be used. So bulbs are designed to be used on a, very important, the voltage 220 volt on a 220 volt electric supply line. So 220 volt electric supply line is there. R rated 10 watt. So the rate of each bulb is, the power of each bulb is 10 watt. How many, same in that way, how many lamps can be connected? How many lamps can be connected in parallel? lamps can be connected in parallel with each other how many lamps can be connected in parallel with each other if maximum supply of current is 5 ampere. So here also the same what we did the previous sum. It is asked, what is asked over here? Okay, so how many bulbs you should join in parallel so that you get the to get the potential difference as 220 volt and the current passing through it is 5 ampere and the power of each bulb is given. How much is the power of each bulb? 10 watt is the power of each bulb. So what is given? Let us first write it down. So solution. What is given first? Volt is given. So how much volt it is? 220 volt. That is potential difference. Okay. Then I is given. I is how much? 5 ampere. Number of bulbs is not given. So let number of bulbs is equal to X. Power of each bulb is given is equal to 10. Okay. Then what is given? I is given. Then what is so 220 10 and I is given. So this much is given to you. Now what you have to do? These are connected in parallel. So resistance. So first let us find out what is the resistance of each bulb. Resistance, voltage and current are related to each other. So let us find out the resistance of each bulb. So resistance of each bulb using Ohm's law. Okay. So what is the resistance? R is equal to V by I. So what it is? R is equal to V by I. Okay. But here power is given. So what is power is given as? Each bulb power is what? 10 watt is given. So instead of current, if we can take resistance, potential difference and power also. So that also we can calculate. R is equal to V square by P. So first we will calculate R is equal to V square by P. Then we will get R is equal to V by I. And then we will calculate the number of. So these two equations we are going to use. First is R is equal to V by I. And second is R is equal to V square by P. First we will take R is equal to V square by P to find out the resistance of each bulb. So R is equal to, what is V given? 220. V square means 220 the whole square divided by 10. Only 220 is squared. P is not squared. P is only like that. It is a power. So what this will become? R is equal to 220 into 220 divided by 10. 1 0 will cancel. 22 into 22 last time I did, it is 484. So how much you got? 4840 ohms. It is one, what to call it as, bulb resistance. It is connected in what? In parallel. So what it will become? 1 by Rp will become equal to 1 by 4840 plus 1 by 4840 plus 1 by 4840 up to X. So what we will get? 1 by, so what we will get over here now? So we will get over here now 1 by Rp is equal to, LCM is 4840, 1 up to X times, so it will become 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 up to X. So what will be Rp is equal to 4840 by x. Very important. So how much you got? Rp is equal to 4840 by x. So now what we have to find out? Now we have to find out how many number of bulbs. So we know that R is equal to V by I. So V is equal to I into R. So that formula we will take over here. So V is equal to I into R. Last time also we used the same formula. No? We will substitute now the values. What is V value? V value is 220 volts. So 220 is equal to I is 5 ampere into. What is your this? 4, 1 second. Okay. So what we will get here? V is equal to I into R. So 220 is equal to 5 into 4840 by x. So what we will get? 220 is equal to 5 into 4840 whole divided by x. Nothing is there means 1. So here what will happen? Cross multiplication. So what you will get? 220x is equal to 5 into 4840. So x is equal to 5 into 4840 divided by 220. Okay. This is 22, 22s are 484. So directly it will cancel. So x is equal to 22 into 5. 5 2s are 10, carry 1. 5 2s are 10 and 1 11. So how many number of bulbs? So 110 number of bulbs should be connected to get a potential difference of 220 volt and the current passing through is 5 ampere. So once again I will explain you this. So what is given over here? The potential difference is given. How much is the potential difference? 220 volts. Then current is given. How much current is given? 5 ampere. It is given several electric bulbs. So we don't know the number of bulbs. So let us take the number of bulbs is equal to x. But the power of each bulb is given how much? 10 volts. So let us find out what is the resistance of each bulb. Okay. So resistance of each bulb we are going to use the Ohm's law. That is resistance, potential difference and power. R is equal to V square by P. In that we are going to substitute the value. R is equal to V square is 220 whole square by 10. 220 into 220, 1 0 will cancel. Last time same multiplication was there. I had showed you also. 22 square is 484. 1 more 0 added. So it will become 4840 ohms. It is resistance of each bulb. We have how many bulbs? X bulbs are there. They are connected how? Parallel. So we know that. What is a parallel connection? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. R1 is also 4840. R2 is also 4840, R3 is also 4840, up to how many? X times. So, what will happen? Take 4840 as a common denominator. Up to x times means 1 into x, it will become x. So, 1 by Rp is equal to x by 4840. So, what will be the reciprocal? So, Rp is equal to 4840 by x. Now, again we will to R is equal to V by I. So we can take V is equal to I into R. That is potential difference is nothing but product of current and resistance. We have potential difference, we have current and we have resistance. In resistance X will give you the value of how many bulbs we are going to take. So 220 is equal to 5 into 4840 by X. So 220 is equal to 5 into 4840 whole divided by x. Here what happens? Let us do the cross multiplication. So 220 into x is equal to 5 into 4840. So what is x is equal to? What will happen to this 220? Where it will go? It will go in the denominator. So 5 into 4840 divided by 220. 0, 0 cancels. 22, 22s are 484. 22 into 5 is 110. So how many bulbs are required? 110 bulbs are required in this particular sum. We will go to the 14th sum. What does the 14th sum say? Let us see. compare the power used in 2 ohms resistor in each of the following circuits. A 6-volt battery in series with 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistors is given. Second case, a 4-volt battery in parallel with 12 ohms and 2 ohms resistors is given. So here you have to compare the power. So I have divided into 3 parts. Case 1 we have to find out what is P1. In case 2 we have to find out what is P2. And in third we are going to compare the power 1 and power 2 and we have to find out what is the ratio. So that we are, so I have divided into 3 parts. So in case 1, what is given, let us see. The voltage is given. So how much is the voltage given? 6 volt. So V is equal to 6 volt. Then resistance is given. 2 resistors are there. R1 and R2. R1 is 1 ohm and R2 is 2 ohms. So R1 is equal to 1 ohm. R2 is equal to 2 ohms. Both these resistors are connected in series. So we know how to find out the resistance, total resistance in series. What is total resistance in series is given by Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. So Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. So Rs is equal to 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 ohms. So total resistance is 3 ohms. Now we have to find out what is the power. Power is given with the potential difference and the resistance. In which resistor he has told to find out the power? In 2 ohm resistor we have to find out the power. So here R will be 2 ohm. And what will be the V? V will be 6 volt. So what here we have to take? P1 is equal to V square by R. This is what the formula is. So it will be equal to, so V is what? 6 square. So 6 square by 2 is equal to 6 into 6 by 2. 2 ones are 2 threes are. So what you got it as? P1 is equal to 3 6 are 18 watt. So this is what we need. So P1 is equal to 18 watt. In case 2, let us see what is. Same way we have to find out first the total resistance and then for 2 ohms what is the power we have to find out. So here what is the potential difference given? Potential difference is 4 watt. So V is equal to 4 watt. What is the resistance given? R1 is 12 ohms and R2 is 2 ohms. So R1 is equal to 12 ohm. R2 is equal to 2 ohms. So we have to find out the resistance in what connection it is given? Parallel. Parallel means what? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So we will substitute the value. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 12 plus 1 by 2. So 12 is the LCM. So 12 is LCM means what? 12 ones are 1. So 1 plus 2 6 are 12, 6. So we got it as 7 by 12. So Rp is the reciprocal. 12 by 7 ohms we got. Similarly, now we have to take the same formula to find out the power 2. So what is P2 is equal to? P2 is equal to V square by R. That is equal to, what is V over here in the second case? 4. So 4 square by R is 2. 4 into 4 by 2. 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 fours are 8. So P2 is equal to 8 watt. This is very important. Now we are going to compare the case 1 and case 2. Means what? Power 1 is to power 2 is equal to, what is power 1 is given? 18 watt. So 18 watts is to, what is another one? 8 watt. So we can show P1 by P2 is equal to 18 by 8. 2 9s are 2 4s are. Therefore P1 is to P2 is equal to 9:4. This is your answer. So what, how to compare it? So this is what the sum is. So now again the sum I have divided into 3 parts. Case 1, case 2 and comparison. In case 1 we found out, it tells us to find out in series what is the total resistance. So we found out in series what is the total resistance. Because we know what is series. In series R1 plus R2. So R1 plus R2 is equal to 3 ohms we got. Then power. Power is given by V square by R. So 6 square by R. 2 3s are 6, 3 6 are 18. So we got it as 18 watt. In case 2 we have to find out it is connected in parallel. So 1 by R2 is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So it is equal to 1 by 12 plus 1 by 2. It is equal to 1 plus 6 by 12. It is 7 by 12. So RP will be 12 by 7 ohms we got. P2, V square by R. V is given, so 4 square by 2. So 2 2's are 4, 2 4's are 8, so 8 watt. Now we have to compare. P1 is to P2 is equal to 18 watt by 8 watt. So ratio we can convert it into fraction. So P1 by P2 is equal to 18 by 8. 2 4's are 8, 2 9's are. Therefore P1 is to P2 is equal to 9:4. That is your answer. Now we will start sum number 15. What is sum number 15 is given? Let us see. 2 lamps. Very important. 2 lamps are there. Okay. 1 rated, that is a power. 1 rated 100 watt. And the potential difference is 220 volt. And the other bulb rated 60 watt at 220 volt. Okay, so the potential difference is same. Are connected, these two are connected in parallel. So they are connected in parallel. What current? So you have to find out the total current. What current is drawn from the line to supply? What current is drawn from the line to supply the voltage as 220 volt? So this is the question. So what does the question say? Here 2 lamps, one rated 100 watt at 220 volt and the other rated 60 watt at 220 volt are connected in parallel. What current is drawn from the line to supply the voltage as 220 watt? So if voltage is to be 220 watt, if both the bulbs are working, then what the current should be supplied? What is the total current should be supplied from lamp 1 and lamp 2? So we have to find out the current. Here one thing you have to keep in mind, when they are connected in parallel, so the voltage will be the same. I have told you in a series connection, what is same? The current is same and voltage differs. In parallel connection, what happens? The voltage is same. So here voltage is same and current differs. So voltage is, that is why for first lamp also voltage is 220 watt and for second lamp also the voltage is 220 watt. So first we will write it down what is given to us. So the power of the first bulb is given. So let us write it down as P1 is equal to 100 watt. Voltage is same for all of them. So V is equal to 220 watt. Power, voltage, they are connected to each other. We can find out the, what we can find out? We can find out the current. So I1 is the current for the lamp 1 and I2 is the current for lamp 2. So we have to find out what is I1 is equal to. Formula is there regarding P1, V and I1. So what does the formula says? That current is equal to power divided by potential difference, that is P1 by V. So I1 is equal to, I will substitute the value of P1. What is P1 value? 100 divided by What is V value? 220. So 0, 0 cancels. Further it will go by, how much it will go? It will go by 2. 2 5s are 10. 2 11s are 22. So you got it as 5 by 11. You can convert this into decimal or you can keep it as it is, because when we take the second also, there also we will get a denominator as 11. Easy to add, and then we can divide it, and then we can find out the answer. We will find out for lamp 2, what is the total current passing through lamp 2. So to find out lamp 2, we should know what is the power. So power is given by 60 watt, that is 100 watt we took it as P1, so 60 watt we will take it as P2. So P2 is equal to 60 watt is given, and I already told that the potential difference is same because it is connected in parallel. So for this 60 watt bulb also, the potential difference is 220 volt. So V is equal to 220 watt. Now we have to find out what is the current in lamp 2. So current in lamp 1 is given as I1. So current in lamp 2 will be given as I2. So I2 is equal to question mark. Same formula we will take. Instead of I1 we will write it as I2. Instead of P1 we will write it as P2. V will remain the same. So what we will get? I2 is equal to P2 by V, that is equal to P2 is how much? 60 divided by 220. 0, 0 cancels. 6 and 22 is given. Will it go by 2 table? Yes, it will go by 2 table. 2 3s are 6, 2 1s are 2 1s are. So I2 is equal to, you got it as 3 by 11. We have to find out what is the total current. Total current means the sum of I1 and I2. So what we will get it as? I is equal to I1 plus I2. So I is equal to, what is I1? We got 5 by 11. So 5 by 11 plus, what is I2? We got 3 by 11. So here 11 is the LCM, common denominator. So 5 plus 3 is equal to 8 by 11 we got. 8 by 11 means we have to convert this fraction into decimal. So how to convert this fraction into decimal? 8 and divide by 11. So 0.011, 7s are 77, 80 minus 77, 3, add one more 0, 30, 11 2s are 22, 30 minus 2 is 7, add one more 0, 70. So again what will come? 10 minus 2 is 8. So 80, 11 7s are 77. Again 3, we will stop here. It is a recurring decimal. So we got 0.727. We won't take 3 decimal. We have to write the answer always in physics for 2 decimal places. So we got I is equal to 0.727. So we have to restrict up to 2 places of decimal, means we have to always take 3 decimal because we have to see the third decimal. If third decimal is less than 5, the answer will be 0.72. If the third decimal place is 5 or more than 5, 1 you have to add to the previous. So it is 7 is more than 5. So 1 if I add, so I will get it as 0.73 ampere. So the total current flowing is 0.73 ampere. This is your answer. So came to know what is your answer. Once again now I will start explaining this. So here what is given? 2 lamps are given. The power of both the lamp is given. First power P1 is 100 watt. Voltage is 220. Why? Here the parallel connection is taken. So for both the lamps the voltage will be the same. So you have to find out what is the current flowing when P1, that is 100 watt bulb is burning. So when 100 watt bulb is burning, I1 we have to find out. Formula is there. I1 is equal to P1 by V. So what is P1 value? 100. What is V value? 220. So I1 is equal to 100 by 220. 0, 0 cancels. 2 5s are 2 11s are 5 by 11. We won't convert into decimal because last addition it will be very easy. P2 is given 60 watt. V is given 220 volt. See here, P2 is how much? 60 watt. Voltage is 220 volt. Voltage is same because the connection is parallel. We have to find out what is I2. What is I2 is equal to P2 by V is equal to 60 by 220. 0 0 cancels. 2 3s are 2 11s are. So I2 we got it 3 by 11. Now we have to find out total current in lamp 1 and lamp 2. That is sum of current in lamp 1 plus sum of current in lamp 2. Lamp 1 current is I1. Lamp 2 current is I2. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So I is equal to 5 by 11 plus 3 by 11 is equal to 11 is the common denominator. 5 plus 3 by 11 is equal to 8 by 11. So I is equal to, we convert. So what we are going to do, the fraction is converted into decimal. So 11 7s are 77. 80 minus 77 is 3. 30. One more 0 you take. 11 2s are 22. 30 minus 22 is 8. You will get. Take one more 0, 80. Again 11 7s are 77. 3. So it is a recurring. So we want to write the answer. Always in physics we write the answer at 2 decimal places. So third decimal place we have to take because a rule says when you stop at 2 decimal place, if the third decimal is less than 5, the answer will remain 0.72. If third decimal is more than 5, 1 we have to add the previous. So here 7 is there, so 1 I am adding to the previous. So it became 0.73 ampere. So the total current flowing in the 100 watt and 60 watt both together is 0.73 ampere. Now we will see sum number 16. What is given in sum number 16? Let us see. Which uses, see, uses means what? Is taking, which uses more energy, very important, which uses more energy. Okay. A 250 watt TV, a 250 watt TV set. It runs for 1 hour. Okay. Or a 1200 watt heater and which runs for 10 minutes. So you have to find out the energy, electrical energy. Which uses more energy? A 250 watt TV set in 1 hour or a 1200 watt heater in 10 minutes. So understood what the sum is? So we will start solving the 16th problem. What we have to do over here? See, we have to find. So in first case, TV set is given. 250 watt TV set in 1 hour. So you have to find out what is the energy used by 250 watt TV in 1 hour. So energy is given by power into time. So we have power for TV is 250 watt and time is for 1 hour. But for energy, whenever we take the time, we have to convert it into seconds. So that is very, very important. So 1 hour means how much it will become? 60 minutes into 60 means it will become totally 3600 seconds. So that is a very important thing. So when we are finding out the energy, for energy, the formula is power into time. Power will be in watt and time will be in second. So very important. Many times I will be telling you when solving the problem. Unit should be same, then only you can multiply. So hour should be converted into seconds. So first we will write it out. What is the power of the TV? So what is the power of the TV? Power of the TV is equal to 250 watt. What is the time given? Time is equal to 1 hour. I told you we have to convert it into seconds. So it will be 60 into 60. It is equal to 3600 seconds. We have to find out what is the energy in TV. So we will take it as E1. E1 is the energy in the TV. So E1 is equal to power into time. So what is power given? We substitute the value of power. What is time given? We substitute of the value of the time. So we will get E1 is equal to power is 250 into what is the time? 3600. So we will multiply 25 into 36 and then we'll put 3 zeros at the last. So let us see the multiplication of 25 into 36. 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 2 is 15, then 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, so 0, 5 plus 5 10, 7 plus 8 9. So you got it as 900 and we have to, what we have to do? We have to add this 30. So 1, 2, 3 0. That many what you call it joules. So energy is given in joules. But we will convert this into powers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can write this 9 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. Next, now we will go to the case 2. In case 2, what is given? Heater is given. So we will find out what is the energy in the heater, which we will take it as E2. So what is the power given for the heater? P is equal to 1200 watt. Time is given 10 minutes. Again I am telling you minutes is given. So we have to convert it into seconds. So multiply by 60. 10 into 60 is equal to 600 seconds. So the time given is 600 seconds. Now we have to find out what is the energy in heater. So energy in the heater, let it be as E2. So what will be E2 is equal to? E2 is equal to P into T. P into T. So that is equal to, power is how much? 1200 into 600. So 12 6 are 72. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 joules. This also I will do 7.2 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. So I got E1 and E2. So we have to compare. So E1 is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. E2 is equal to 7.2 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. What he has asked us to find out? Which uses more energy? So this is 9 and this is 7.2. So which uses the more energy? The energy by TV set is used more because it is 9 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. So comparing the values, we can say TV set uses more energy. Finally, we got our answer. So once again I will explain you over here. In case 1, we are going to find out what is the energy used in TV set when power and time is given. Power is 250 watt, time is 1 hour. We know that the time should be converted into second. So 60 into 60, 3600 seconds. So E1 is equal to P into T, 250 into 3600, 25 into 36 is 900 and 3 zeros we have to add. So you got it, this many joules. That is 900 million joules. So we will convert it into power, that is 9 into 10 to the power of 6 joules we got. Similarly, we will find out E2 in the heater. Power is 1200 watt, time is 10 minutes, minutes should be converted into second. It is 10 into 60, that is equal to 600 seconds. E2 we got it 1200 into 600, 12 6 are 72, 3 more zeros, so 7.2 into 10 to the power of 6 joules. If we compare, which value is more? 9 is more than 7.2, that means the TV set uses more energy. This is how you have to calculate sum number 15. Now we will go to sum number 17. What is sum number 17 given? Let us see. And electric heater of resistance, an electric heater of resistance 8 ohms draws 15 ampere from the service means for 2 hours. Calculate the rate at which heat is developed. So what is developed? Heat is developed. 2 hours it is continuously running now. Heat developed in the heater. So how much heat is developed in the heater we have to calculate over here. We will go to the solution. Already I read the problem. In this problem, the electric heater is having a resistance of 8 ohm and it is drawing a current of 15 ampere, and how many it means in 2 hours. Calculate the rate at which heat is developed in the heater. So you have to calculate the amount of heat. Amount of heat is nothing but it is equal to the power. Okay. Power is what? It is just the product of the resistance and the current. The product of the resistance and the current is the power. So we have to find out how much heat is developed in the heater. So here heat developed is equal to power used by the heater. So H is equal to P. Here what is given to us? It is given the resistance is 8 ohms and the current is 15 ampere. So I is equal to 15 ampere and R is equal to 8 ohms is given. And we have to find out what is the power. Power is nothing but it is the product of the current and the resistance. So H is equal to P is equal to I into R is equal to 15 into 8 is equal to 8 5s are 40, carry 4, 8 1s are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 120 joules of heat is produced in this particular electric heater having resistance of 8 ohms and drawing a current of 15 ampere. So once again I will explain you what does this sum says. Here how much is the heat developed? While I was explaining the heating effect of electric current, I told you whenever a device works for many hours, what happens there? The electrical energy is converted to heat energy. So here also the electric heater is working. It is requiring the heat because it has to heat the water. So how much heat is developed? So heat developed in electric heater is nothing but the power used by the heater. So H is equal to P. What is power? Power is nothing but it is I into R. So H is equal to P. I is given as 15 ampere. R is given as 8 ohm. So H is equal to P is equal to I into R is equal to 15 into 8 is equal to 120 joules of heat is produced. So this ends our exercise, physics exercise. That is a chapter electricity. But the 18th sum, whatever, is not a sum, it is give reasons. While I was explaining the electricity chapter, I had explained you the reasons. The first tungsten is used in a lamp, I told you. You have to know what are the properties of the tungsten. Tungsten has high resistivity. So tungsten is used in electric power. That is in a filament of the electric bulb. Like this way the give reasons are there which I have explained you while I was explaining the electricity lesson. I will send you the answers directly. So I am not going to discuss that 18th question. So this ends our physics chapter.